Wilson Morales, Black Film and TV. So we got a season two. So for those who are not caught up, where do we go with your characters? Obviously, as the two Black individuals of the show, people are interested from my audience.
Yeah, I mean, this time around we're seeing more of their life away from the palace, which is amazing. Because part one was very much to do with everything that was happening there and their roller coaster to even get to be together. And now, with all the battle won, it's pretty much, there's a lot of time at home in their sanctuary, in showing a healthy, balanced relationship between two people who truly love each other. So yeah, that's something to look forward to.
Mhm. And Aaron, what are we expecting from your character?
Ooh, lots. There's ups, downs. I think in part two, Oviedo he gets to kind of enjoy all the things he's worked so hard for. So he wanted Lena, and he finally gets to be with Lena. They get to have a little family type thing, and it's yeah, he gets all the things he wanted, but then he gets tested as well in terms of where he should feel comfortable. So it's a lot of roller coasters, but it's fun. It's fun seeing these characters develop like that, and seeing this kind of love between two Black characters, which you don't always see on TV.
Obviously, what's interesting is that obviously your characters are not is not something you can actually Google. So, what went into saying yes when you took on a series, knowing like, okay, these are two newly created characters. Obviously, we know what the fate is of some of these characters based on books and everything else. But when you take on this role and meet them, this period of time, what went into saying yes, Stephanie?
For me, I think representation is just so important. So, before I even found out about this role, I just never seen myself in this period of time represented. And Lena has a wonderful way of being the rock to everyone. And she's such a powerful woman who is there for not only, Catherine, but she is the foundation of the show. I'd be silly not to be able to not to take this role, because she's so well written. She's not subservient. She knows her mind. She knows what's right. She knows what's wrong. And I think, when it comes to representation, it's so important to see these portrayals of Black women, and especially during a period of time where I didn't, even consider that we even existed. So yeah, it's something I take great pride in. I feel I'm very proud to be a Black woman in a period drama portraying a woman who lived and who existed. And yeah.
And Aaron, you're not just playing, you're playing a guard, but a good one, and a main one at that. And obviously, when we look at these roles and when we look to see like, oh, who's he playing? Is it a big role? It is. And so when you took on this role, what went into saying yes?
I think a lot of things went through my head. I think knowing that the story was a real story to tell from people's past, even though they had to imagine what happened between the couples, knowing that these people existed, you kind of want to do someone justice, knowing that he was a good character in terms of like he has a moral compass, and that moral compass always tried to point true north. I think a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, but sometimes you watch television or you see films, and Black characters seem to always have a fatal flaw where they do something wrong, and I'm like, why? Like, people don't always have to do that. I'd like to see myself being portrayed as a positive person, like a lot of Black people are. And then I think the main reason why I wanted to take the role is, and I knew that Stephanie's character Lena was a leading role in a, a period drama, and you don't often see a Black woman in a leading role in a period drama. So being able to facilitate her storyline and let that story come out, and the masses know about Lena de Cardones and show Stephanie's greatness, then that's a no-brainer for me.
The good thing about both of you guys being on the series is like they ain't gonna kill them off early.
Nowhere, sorry.
They're in it for the long haul.
All the way back. Yes.
I'm gonna kill off that portion, especially the times we're in now. But when you're telling an audience, obviously, about this series and it's coming off the White Princess, what's the sell for people to start watching these series now? You know, for anyone who wants to start catching up. You know, what's the selling point?
I think the story in general, from part one, is about sisterhood, and for women who want to see themselves portrayed and hearing their voices told through history. That's a wonderful thing. For people who come from the same background as us, I think you get to see a beautiful portrayal of Black love and the want and the goal to make something special happen in terms of a relationship. But definitely, like the sisterhood, and the fact that women's voices aren't always told from a historical point of view. It's normally men's voices that get talked about and sung about, but women do so much, and you're never going to get a strong man without a strong woman behind them or in front of them sometimes. So I think it's a wonderful thing to watch.
Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that, Stephanie?
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing about this show is, you know, we think things change within history, but I think the shows like this actually portray that things are still, there's a lot of things that are still the same. And so it offers escapism as well as relatability. And I think, as Aaron said, you know, the theme of sisterhood, and especially in part two, motherhood and friendship, and what it takes to make a healthy relationship, and those kind of things are just things that I think people really want to watch. And the fact that we're wearing these beautiful, you know, elegant dresses doesn't change the fact that the human aspect is still very much there and still very much real, you know. So yeah, I hope that people will tune in and enjoy.
Well, it was good talking to you guys. Stay safe wherever you're at, you know, and let's get ready for season 2. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.